Hi everyone, thank you for stopping by. Aspire to Inspire Arts and Crafts. This is Helen, and thank you for stopping by. I appreciate all of you for tuning in and watching me create these gnomes through the seasons. So the next season for the gnomes is 4th of July. And you could purchase these at Etsy, Creating with Jovi. Thank you, Jovi, for allowing me to play with the gnomes for all seasons, and for also allowing me to play with an additional digital kit to go along with the gnomes. And so what I have here is the old general store. That's what I'll be working with. And I picked this because of this cover. This is going to be my cover, my front and my back, because of the red, white, and blue. And then also the children are dressed up in red, white, and blue. So that's just the reason why I picked this. Now, the other ones are kind of related too. You can see the red and white, blue there. So it's going to be a challenge for me to put the gnomes here and there. But that's what I like. I like to challenge myself. You can see the red here. So somehow, like I said, I'll be incorporating that. Here, this is a challenge, but I'm going to work with it because you still have red. There's red here and there. And so I'll be able to put that together. Here's red, white, and blue. So that's the reason why I picked this digital kit, because I want it. And then also the name of the general store, the old general store, is, to me, is kind of related to 4th of July due to the fact that I grew up in a town, small town. If you blink your eyes, you'll miss it. Yeah, it's called Yolo, Yolo County, and it's a small, but it's grown now. But when I was a little girl, it was a very small town. It only had 2 stores, 1 gas station, 1 mailbox, and then the rest was just 1 school, and that was it. It kind of reminds me of 4th of July. I don't understand why, but it does. For some reason, I'm connecting with the general store with the Independence Day. And so then the blue, I figured this would work really nice. Put it in here. Brown always works good with red and blue, so that's perfect there. And here, here's some colors that I'll be able to incorporate somehow. Here's red, here's the blue and the red. And then some ephemeras. These ephemeras are awesome. I really like them. Here's red, white, and blue. Right here too. So you see, so this is why I picked this to work with the gnomes. These are ephemeras, a lot of ephemeras that I'll be able to incorporate, so which means I gotta make a lot of pockets. So yeah, wish me luck on that. I'm gonna try. Anyway, and then some old pictures. So yeah, this is gonna work really great. And then here. And then we have some backgrounds for writing purposes. So these will be the inside. This will be like, let me see here. This is the cover, the front and the back. So this will be like this. And then I'll be using these. So that will be perfect for the pockets, maybe, maybe not. I'm not too sure whether I'll use these ruffles, but I make these. And this is how much I did, and I got tired. But that's okay. And so, and then I'll be using these strips. These strips could go in here because of the red, white, and blue, or maybe just the red and the white. This one definitely for the sewing part, maybe, or just here and there. The blue, definitely. Let me see. The red. Here's another blue. And then maybe some of these. Red, white, and blue. So you say I'll be decorating with these colors too. Now they have a double-sided tape on the back, so that's perfect. Some of them do, some of them don't. Okay, what I've done is I've used this blue, which is cerulean blue and scarlet red. So I used those two, and I did one side, and then I did this side. I'm letting this dry because what I want to do is I want to put the white all over this design that I made here. Now I'm going to use my stencil and then just go in here, and then with the clean towel going in here and removing the paint from the stars so you could get that decoration on the gel. I have my design here, here, and here. Now I'm going to let that dry, and then I'm going to go over it with white again and do the complete section. And then I got my card here, and I'm going to put my cardstock right on here to see how that comes out. And then, or maybe I should use craft paper. I think I want to use craft paper. I don't want to use cardstock. I'm going to use craft paper here and cover this part so that this way I could just get, I tried it once and it didn't work out. Try to do it all together in one. And this is what I got. I'm not going to throw away this because I like it, because I could use it for another project, but it's not going to be used for this project. I really want the red, white, and blue to stand out. So I'm going to go wash this, and I'm going to come back when this is dry and then paint over it, and we all get to see the results. Okay. I think it's dry enough. Yes, it's dry. So now I'm just going to come in here and put white all over this design that I did here. Oops, this is a little bit too wet. I washed it, make sure that I didn't have no extra paint on here. So let's see what happens here. I think I need to dry this off. I don't want that to ruin the page. Here we go. Let's see how it turns out. Oops, I want to really be on the camera so you can see exactly how this is coming out. Oops, get this out of the way. It's in my way. Let's get it out of the way. Okay, better, much better. So there you go. So that's it. So I don't let this dry. The last part that I'm going to image, it has to be wet so it could pick up all the colors from the bottom. And here we go. Let's see how this turns out. Okay, so I'm just going to go here. Better pick up my sleeve. I don't want paint on it. Oops. Maybe I should use paper. Let me use the paper. And if I get white on the paper, that's fine. But not on me. As it is, I'm having trouble getting some of this paint off. But that's okay. This is acrylic paint that I am using. Some cheap acrylic paint that I got on sale. But I figured it should work. There shouldn't be a problem with acrylic paint. So I'm really going over this, making sure that it's all, that design will pick up. And so let's see how this turns out. And I didn't use craft paper, I used the cardstock. Well, cardstock it is. I'm going to get rid of the excess paint here. I don't need that. I don't want to get it all over me. Okay, this should do it. Okay, let's see how it comes out. Wish me luck. It should look like this. Okay, not too bad. So that's how it's going to look. So let's see. So let me pull one side. Remember, this is our cardstock paper and not craft paper. So not too bad. So that will be perfect. So when I use my image on here, I might want to cut them up in pieces and then put it on here. So it could have a background. I was going to do the fireworks, but I don't have a design for the fireworks. Not unless I do my own design. Let me show you. This is the old one where I combine it together and I got the little purple pinkish color and I didn't want that. And now this is a lot better than what this is a lot better what I was going toward. So yeah, I will do my little curves, cut these up into little curves, and then do the same over here. So let's see how that works. So here you go, my Independence Day, 4th of July cover. And then if you could see, here's my faux metal star. And then I used these stars that I bought that I had a while ago and put them on there. And made those little flares with the cutting that I did. I have so many of them that I might just put them throughout. Not too sure yet. But yeah. And then I haven't decided what I want to do with my bow. So it'll be somewhere, but I'm not too sure where. So I'll have it somewhere. And then, so yeah, so this has to go somewhere. I wanted to put it here, but now I said, no, it's already too much of the red, white, and blue on the cover, especially with all these stars. Okay, I'm finished with my journal. This is how it looks. I really love the way it came out. You can see the fireworks behind the USA gnome. And then I put one of my faux stars right there. Here is a tuck. And I put that in there. And then I put my flower here, my bow here with this decoration here. This a little bit more. But anyway, so that's how that looks, this page. And then this one. Over here's a little gnome. Then here you have, I put one of these little stars there and a red one here. And then these these cards go in there. And then I did this. Here's a card. That's a pocket. Then here, I just put a star right in the middle for this. And then I have a little gnome right there. Over here, I just glue this on there for writing purposes. There's a lot of space here. That's why I didn't want to clutter it. Then I put this in here. This is a pocket. And then this. I did want to put a notch in there, so I left them alone. I like just the image by itself like that. Put a little star there. Over here's the bow. Here's the general store. And then I have some pockets here. So that's that. Here I have one of these handmade, I still have to erase all the numbers. The handmade, what do you call that? A banner. And then here's a star. In here I didn't do too much. But I do have a blue star with the red, white, and blue and the gnome on this side. So just so that it can focus here. And then I put the gnome right there because of the hat. I was going to put it over here, but then I saw this hat right there, and I was like, okay, I'll put it right there. I put this tape there, measuring tape. Here's some some more tags that I put in here, or cards, and T card. And then I put this here, and then I decorated that and put a star there. A lot of writing. I put this here in this pocket. Oops, and I put this upside down. I might have to see if I could take it apart and put it up the right way. I just noticed that. And then here's a little gnome that I slit so I could have it going in and out. Here's a stamp, and then there's the star. Over here, just a little 2 stars, just to give it the red, white. I mean the blue and the red in here. And then here's the silver one, the white with the banner on top. The bottom, on the bottom is the banner, and then I put the star there. Just simple here and there. Here I did this tab. Did I do anything here? No. Here I put the tab. I put this as a tuck, so you could put anything there. And then I did 2 pockets here. There's a banner. Here's the stars. Over here, it's just plain. Over here, you have the gnome. You have the star for the stamp. You have this decoration, and then you have some envelopes. Some cards. And then I wanted to show you, where is it at? Oh, did I really? I guess I don't want to show you nothing. I thought I did, but I guess I don't. So anyway, this goes here. So that's where I have this at. And then the last page, this was a postcard, and I cut it in half so I could insert these 2 into this pocket right here. Again, no notch to the pockets. And then one, oh, that's what I wanted to do. Here's one where you could just do this. And then where's the other one? That's what I wanted to show you. Here's the other one. You could put these like that. Then where else? Let me see. And I think that was it. The reds are pockets. I was going to make an insert, but I wanted it just closed. Oh, here's another one that I need to show you. So here's another one where you could put something there, like that. And then, oops, this came out. Okay, there you go. And then there's that. Here's that. You already know. And then this goes back here with this one. You can have it like this, but I like it like this for some reason. And so there you have it. So there's my little, oh, and then I put a faux star back here. One of those faux metal stars that I have a video of. If you want to see it, just go into my Inspire Arts and Crafts on YouTube, and you'll see it there. So I'm going to leave this cover like this. I was going to lace it, but I want really the red to show for 4th of July. So I hope you like it. Thank you for stopping by. And Jovi, thank you again for the opportunity to be able to play with your gnome for the 4th of July. And so here's 4th of July. So now I have Easter, St. Patrick's Day, Happy Valentine's Day, and now I have 4th of July. I guess I'm not finished. I got to put 4th of July here. Okay,